everybody, I'm doing another cooking video. I'm going to make a traditional Easter ham dinner. Okay, first step is to chop up vegetables and put them in my nice glass baking sheet. So I'm just going to start chopping up the vegetables and we'll start. Okay, first one I'm going to cut up is some potatoes. I don't usually eat potatoes because I'm trying to do keto. So I just bought a small bag of little red potatoes. So just gonna wash those and cut them up. Good rinse. The ones in that I lost. Rinse. Okay, I'm going to cut them up. And because they're small, I'll just cut them in half. But if you use regular potatoes, cut it up into quarters. You can slice them. However you want to do it, you just put potatoes in. So I'm just going to cut these in half because they're small. Take off all the little bits and pieces that are on them. This way, cut some that way. Just cut them up and put them in. Okay, all the potatoes are cut up and put in the container. Next, I'm going to start with some onions. I've done 2 videos before where I cut an onion. The best advice I got, cut the ends off, slice it in half like that, and then it just peels right off. Best way to slice, again, is hold your hand in a claw, slice it this way so you don't cut your fingers when you're slicing. And then you put it together. And I don't need to do such a hard dice because they're all going to be roasted together. So I'm just going to do like a big slice like that and just have big chunks and just put it in the pan. I mean, if you like onions, you can even just like cut it up like that, throw it in like that. But I like to cut it a little bit at least, have some little chunks. Okay, now we do some peppers, orange and yellow peppers. And again, the best way to do it is to slice down vertically. Seeds and the core all stay together. It's the easiest way to do it, less waste, and you don't have to fight the seeds. And then these I'm just going to hard chop into big chunks because they're being roasted, so they don't need to be diced. A sharp knife comes in handy for that. Okay, so that's my peppers. Next step is some asparagus. So I have a head of asparagus. I'm just going to wash it and chop it up. Okay, next is celery, and you really got to clean celery well because it's full of dirt. You don't want to be eating dirt in your casserole. So I'm just going to use about 3 stalks. That should be enough. And I'm going to cut off the ends on both sides. And I'm going to really wash these stalks of celery. Cutting the white down. Rough chop the celery, throw it in, cut them into a little bit smaller pieces. Those are a bit big. There we go. Get rid of this piece. That's my oven saying it's heated up. I'm just going to cut these up into smaller pieces because they're a little big. That's better. Okay, and one last thing I forgot about is the carrots. Now, normally I would use regular carrots, but in this day and age of the grocery stores, I can't find regular carrots. All I find was these little baby carrots, so these will have to do. Use what you can use. So these, again, I'm gonna wash them, rinse them off. Ingredients. And then I think they're small enough to just put in as is, so I'll just put them in. And here's all my vegetables. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of chicken stock. Add a little bit of chicken stock just to help with the process. And these are going to go in the oven. Before putting them in the oven, I'm going to add a few spices. Now you can add whatever you want. I'm just going to add some oregano. Paprika, because I love paprika. You can add whatever you want. You can even add some chilies in here. You can add some extra spices, cayenne, whatever you want to add. Some pepper. And I'm going to add a little drizzle of olive oil because that will help the roasting process a bit. Now adding a drizzle of olive oil. I use 100% extra virgin olive oil because I think it's the best. It's got the best heat ratio. It's got the highest smoking rate. It doesn't seem to burn as much as other oils. So just like drizzle this over there. You just keep your finger right on the spout. Just shake it a bit and it will drizzle. That's all you need. And then in the oven at 350 degrees. Now for the ham. I'm going to start off, I'm going to cut up some garlic into small pieces. You can just cut it however you want. Just make them like really, really tiny. So I just usually go like this. And then just cut it up. You can break it if you have a good enough knife. Actually, I have a good enough knife. This looks good to squish it. Yeah, come on, knife. Just let the knife do the work, chopping it up. So that's good enough small pieces. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put it inside the ham, and I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. Okay, so I just have this kind of ham. It's just me, so I'm not going to get a bone-in ham for just me. But you can get a bone-in ham. It's the same process, just a bigger ham, and it takes just a little bit longer to cook. So I usually just get these, and these are already pre-cooked hams. Pretty much any ham you buy in the store is already pre-cooked. It's smoked. Anything that's a smoked ham or anything like that, all the ham, pretty much 95 to 98% of all the ham we buy in the store is already pre-cooked. I could just slice this up and just eat it like that. So basically all you're doing by putting it in the oven is just cooking it further. So what I like to do to give it a little bit more flavor is, see all these ridges here, I like to cut into some of them a little bit and open it up and stick some garlic in there. It just adds a bit more flavor to the ham as you're cooking it. So I do that in several spots. Just make a little opening, put your finger in there, and then put some garlic in there. Okay, so you just keep doing that round and round the ham. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so here's the ham. I've done a few spots, sort of stuffed it with some garlic. I don't want to do it too much. I don't want it to be all garlicky, but that's enough for cooking process. And I add the rest of the garlic in the pan when I'm cooking it anyway. So now I'm going to work on doing the mustard rub, and I'll show that process. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to make a rub for the ham. Traditionally, it's mustard and brown sugar and a little bit of oil, a little bit of chicken stock. Well, I got some of those ingredients, but not all of them. Today I went and got some Dijon mustard. Now this is the best kind of mustard to get. It doesn't matter if it's President's Choice or any other kind of mustard, but you need the ones that have the mustard seeds. That's the best kind of mustard to use for this process. So just put some mustard in my bowl, and I'm just gonna pour some in. I'm not gonna weigh or measure. I don't do that. I just put in what I put in. So I think that's going to be enough. I will put in some of the garlic. A little bit of olive oil. Now I have white sugar, but I'm not going to use it. I don't want it to be too sweet. Some pepper. A little bit of chicken stock. Oh, it's a bit much, but that's okay. It'll soak in. And I got this stuff that I'm going to try. It's like an apple jam that somebody made for me. So I'm going to add this as well. I'll be right back so I can open this jar. So I think this apple jam is going to be my sugar component, so I don't have to add sugar. So let's see what that's like. I like to experiment with different things. So let's see what that tastes like. Just going to mix it up. doesn't look that appetizing, but once it's cooked in the oven, the mustard, this kind of mustard cooks really well in the oven, and it tastes really good. It doesn't taste as bitter and as biting as it does right out of the jar. So what I'm going to do is the vegetables have partially cooked, so I'm going to pull them out, put the ham on top, and then I'm going to add the mustard to the ham. There is the vegetables partially cooked. So I'm going to add the ham. Like I said, it's already a cooked ham, so I'm not putting raw meat on top of vegetables. I'll add the rest of the garlic to the pan. Just kind of put that around. And then I'm going to coat the ham with the sauce I need. Brush, just brush it on. And it'll be good because it'll cook down and it'll go into the vegetables too, so it'll also make them taste a little sweet. I'm anxious to try what it tastes like with that apple jelly. That'll be interesting because I've never done that before. But like I said, I like experimenting with different flavors. So you don't have to add, I mean, people like to do maple glazed as well. I don't have any maple syrup. Like I said, I had to go buy the Dijon mustard today, so I'm just making do with what I have. And just pour the rest on. And then we'll see what it's like. Leave that in the oven for about an hour. I'll check it in an hour, see how it is. And then I will show you the finished product. Okay, so it's all out of the oven now. It looks all nicely cooked and roasted. So I'm going to take it out of the pan, put it on my cutting board, and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm ready to cut into it. I've added more of the mustard glaze on here, so I'm ready to slice into it and see what it looks like inside. Looks good, nice and pink inside. Just gonna have a taste. That tastes very good. That glaze is really good. So this is my Christmas ham, or my Easter ham, sorry. Getting ahead of myself. This is my Easter ham dinner. And you too can make it. And have a great holiday, everybody. Thank you.